Let me. Hey, good evening, everyone. Uh, your favorite vocal coach here, Delisa. Thank you so much for checking in with me and everything. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I think today's Monday, so I hope you guys had an amazing Monday. Hey, Derek. I wanted to come on because I just got off of a client of mine who I recently introduced her to ear training. Ear training is one area that I don't teach often because it's not an area that I love personally, but because I see the need for other people to learn it, I'm stretching myself and actually teaching it a lot more. And so what's happening in this is that my clients they're struggling. Hey, Jaleesa. They are struggling, okay? The struggle is real. I mean, these minor seconds and major seconds have them hemmed up, okay? Yeah, you you didn't text me back. That's hilarious. Well, go on and text me, girl. I don't even remember what we were talking about. But so I'm looking so one of the things that she was really frustrated because she was just like, man, I'm struggling, mind you. Now, so she said, I struggled so much. There was one day I practiced and I got all of them right, and then there was the next day I practiced and it felt like it all went out the window. The reason why I gave her these ear training exercises is because I felt like we were spending a lot of time correcting pitch. She has a very pretty voice, but we were spending so much time correcting pitch during our vocal exercises where we're supposed to be focusing on vocal technique that I said, okay, let's take a step back and start really looking more so at just ear training and making sure you understand the difference between major and minor seconds. So you're not saying, did you go up or down? What is that again? We're not going to keep doing that. So let's focus on that so we can get back to the actual business at hand. So she says that she struggled, and then we went into our vocalises, and the way that she breezed through them, okay? She completely breezed through these vocalises after telling me that she was struggling with the ear training exercise. And you can tell she was just more confident. She just felt a lot more, she just felt, she just felt a lot more in control of her vocals and just the entire vocal technique session. And so I said, do you realize, sorry about that, guys. And so I said, do you realize that even though you struggled, you actually progressed? You struggled, but you progressed. This was the least that you struggled with your vocal exercises. You got to remember, the ear training is just the tool we're using so you can get through your vocal exercises. So it was actually effective. You may be struggling with your ear training, but the purpose it served, which is your application of music, is so much faster now. Boom, you're there. And so so the question of why am I struggling so much? Well, it's brand new. You don't have a template to this, right? Think about anything in life that you're struggling with. Struggle doesn't mean you're not progressing. So kind of divorce that. If you're struggling at something, that actually means you're doing it, right? So give yourself some credit. You are doing it. You just might not be doing it easily, but that doesn't mean you're not succeeding. It doesn't mean you're not progressing. It's just not easy for you. It's not natural for you because you have had limited exposure to it. And so applying new concepts and learning to think differently and putting yourself in a position to have new habits and being vulnerable with the state that you are in. And what I mean by that is nobody likes being a beginner, right? So putting yourself in a position of being a beginner and having to pretty much learn the ABCs over and over again. The ABCs of music, the ABCs of pitch matching, the ABCs of major second, minor second, the simple things, and really having to drill them the way that a preschool teacher would drill. This is a big A. This is a little A. Now let's write it. Now let's color it. Now let's point it out. That's what we have to do in ear training. Putting yourself in that position is what strengthens you. But the fact that you are doing it, I want you to know that is the win. That is the win. Half of the battle is showing up. You may be struggling when you show up, but I promise if you start, you're going to one day look up and look back and realize you came a long way. You might have struggled the whole way. You may have cried the whole way. You may have been cussing the whole way. Okay. You may have been fussing the whole way. Somebody's listening. You may have been fussing the whole way. Okay. Um, but you still walked. That's not the ideal way to walk, but you still walked. Listen, I hated ear training. Um, Still do. Listen, let me tell you something. If a choir director says, let's count sing this on numbers, and you got me going 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1. Oh my gosh. I just ready to grab my bag and walk out. So I know the struggle. It sucks. But again, putting yourself in that position moves you forward. I want to talk about one other thing, because I had two things on my mind today, actually. Some people really do well in oral skills. Every step of the way, I was just like, no. In fact, one time my teacher told me, she was like, curiously, you're better at rhythm than you are at pitch. And I was like, thanks. But really, I only studied it enough to pass. It was never something that I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I got to dig deeper. No. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, switching gears really quickly, and you guys feel free to ask questions or whatever. By the way, I just got my hair redone. I love this is a little chinky. I got to straighten that out. You know, I never really talk about my hair, but let's talk about it for a second. It has been 5 years. It's been 5 years. Look at that. I got to do a TikTok video with a before and after of how little and short they were. Because I never talked about it. I just let it happen. And now I'm looking at it like, wow. But anyway, back to the point at hand. The other thing is managing your time. Not only managing your time. Yes, October 2016 is when I started my locks. But it's not just managing your time, but it's also let's talk about prioritizing your time. So the moment you decide that you are an artist, guess what? You're a business. I don't care if you like to hear that or don't like to hear that. You have a choice. Either you go manage your business or you're going to have someone else manage your business. And if someone else manages your business, you better trust that person, or you better know enough about business to know whether or not they're doing a good job, or, to advise them on how they need to manage your business. But you are a business. And as a business, there's decisions that you need to make every day that are going to keep your business moving forward. What happens to a lot of business owners is we get caught up in the details. Like we get lost in the sauce. We get lost in the minutia. We're supposed to, let's say we decide that we are going to put content out 3 times a day, every day, right? For the next 30 days in order to grow our base, gain visibility, blah, blah, blah. But honey, that editing program is wearing you out every time. I had a client she was so upset every time she tried to upload it after she edited her videos. The audio was off from the visual and it was just gone. She felt like, okay, I can't post this. So she kept kind of going through that. And she was getting very frustrated because her whole plan of putting content out every day for 30 days was now out the window because she's 5 days late because she can't get this video edited. And as a business, you have to start making tough calls. What do I mean? Prioritize. What is actually the end goal here? Having content out every day. So guess what that means? You're going to have to start delegating. Are you do you care more about being a video editor than you care about being a content creator? Because you can hire a video editor. Video editors, I hate to say they come a dime a dozen, but it doesn't take you to be a video editor for your video to be edited. It takes you to create the video because you have to be in the video. So you kind of have to keep the main thing, right? And that does mean that you're going to have to, you got to write a whole list of what your actual desires are for your business. What are my actual goals? And then what am I going to delegate to somebody else to make sure these goals happen? Because if you start getting bullheaded about making sure your video works, about making sure, 'cause some of y'all don't, Jaleesa, some people don't even want to make their own graphic. Like don't want to delegate someone to make their graphics. Like, I'm gonna figure out how to make flyers. I'm gonna get Canva myself. Okay, yes, there's YouTube University, but what are you? Are you a brand or are you a graphic designer? Are you a brand or are you a video editor? Are you a brand or are you, a web designer? Like, figure out what you want to do and keep the main thing the main thing. And it's just like, oh well, if I hire someone, that's going to cost $75, but you'll have your content out there, which means you can get your money back through people hiring you to do what you actually love. Hire somebody. The learning curve is going to take for you to learn how to be your own photographer, to be your own lighting, to be your own editor, to be your own graphic designer. Listen, hire somebody. Focus on the main thing. You got to love what you do every day. Don't get lost in the sauce. If stuff starts messing up and you just put 10 hours down the drain and you had 10 to 13 things on your list, and you got caught up on thing 2 because you was troubleshooting all day, that is draining. And those are the kinds of things that make you give up on your dreams, make you give up on your goals. Like, forget dreams. You actually turned your dream into a goal and a plan, and you just will walk away from it because you couldn't edit it. Anybody can edit it. Go to Fiverr. Go anywhere. Somebody can edit videos besides you. So that's just, a little bit of encouragement. I hope that was encouraging. That was the point of bringing it up. So it's great to learn how to do stuff, but at the end of the day, it's all too much to do by yourself. Exactly. That's the thing. Like, when you really start caring about your brand, at the end of the day, there's only so many hours in the day. And if you're going to spend 10 hours a day working on your business, you want those 10 hours to be very, very productive. You don't want those 10 hours, 9.5 out of those 10 hours spent trying to learn how to use an application, when there's people out there who have spent months learning how to use an application and can do it in an hour for you. You are literally wasting your own time and your own resources. You got to decide, what are you worth? What are you worth? What is your time worth? And how much of that are you throwing down the drain trying to learn to be a video editor? You could have paid somebody money to do that and used your time and your resources to do something that it's actually worth doing in your business that nobody else can do, because you are unique to your brand, right? Whether that's singing, teaching, whatever it is, you are the unique piece of your brand. Everything else, yeah, what is your time worth? It's like, look, man, I charge X amount of dollars. I'm not about to, I'm not trying to be, if I charge $300 an hour, what do I look like spending 5 hours learning how to edit a video and I can pay somebody $50 to edit my video? Why would I spend 5 hours if I'm $300 an hour? That's $1,500 down the drain learning how to edit a video. It doesn't make sense. So you got to really think that way. Think in hardcore numbers. What is my time worth? And is it worth my time to invest it in this when I can be investing it in the end product? What happens is we get lost in the sauce. We get lost in management. Oh, well, let me just redo my website. Let me answer these emails. Let me send out invoices. Like, you could pay somebody to do that. You need to focus on producing content. You need to focus on what's next in your business. You need to focus on building out and being creative and keeping the promotions going. That's what your focus needs to be to keep your business moving forward. No one's going to pay, extra, you know what I'm saying? Because, you made sure that, well, I'm not going to say no one's going to pay you because you responded to your emails, but you could pay somebody $5, $10 an hour. You can pay somebody overseas for that. You can pay somebody $10 for that to respond to your emails while you focus on the main thing that's going to keep bringing in the money and keep your brand being more and more and more visible. It keeps you the creative, is what I'm saying. Hey guys, I wasn't even looking at what's going on over here. Hey Gershon. Hey Adrian. Thank you, Miss Salandra. Shalom, Shanok, I guess. Mordecai, I think your name is. So those are the two things I just wanted to talk about tonight. How do I get into background singing? I really want to pursue music full time, and I'm great at harmonies, and I would love to even get into vocal producing. I didn't say lost in the saucy. Why do you keep saying that? I said lost in the sauce. Lost in the sauce. Sauce. Hi, Tiffany. Um, Guys, I've had these nails on for so long. It's unreal. Anyway, how do you get into background singing? Most people that are in background singing, it happened pretty organically. People like the way you sing and they go, hey, I have something coming up. Can you sing for me? And then it just happens enough that you go, maybe I should set a price and stop doing this for free. And then doors just keep opening and keep opening and keep opening. That's just honestly the truth. I don't think there's like an agency you apply to be a background singer. It really is people hear you sing, they like to hear you sing, and then you just start to get opportunities. So I would say put yourself out there at open mic nights, be around other singers, let other singers hear you. Because honestly, it's not really the artist that's going to hear you and want to hire you. It's going to be other singers hearing you and wanting to work with you. Like, oh my God, I like your voice. Like, I want to sing with you. That's how you get into it, to be totally honest. I ain't finna lie to you. I ain't finna lie to you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Jaleesa and Sean Bigby are on my live. Can we just talk about that? You are most welcome, Larry. My next product is, well, the product that I just came out with for Thanksgiving was my membership program. That's $1 for the first month and then $39 after that. And that's pretty much just like a host of videos, not what's on YouTube, brand new videos. Um, I'm bringing back my old products that I stopped selling, and I created new products. And part of my Develop the Artist Within You team has stuff. So it's marketing, oh my God, marketing, makeup, fashion, um is teaching you how to do like your own lighting and video recordings, all of these things. No, that is not the Facebook group. So the next thing for me though is, oh my goodness, Carmen Hope. Sorry, in my mind just look Carmen Hope Thomas. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you. The other thing that actually the next thing I'm coming out with is a what do you call it? A product, a thing that helps vocal teachers set up their business. And so it's going to be part masterclass, part business education. And I'm really looking to get with, I'm not here to certify voice teachers, but we are going to be, working together to make sure that your pedagogical skills are sound by the time you leave my, group. So, we're going to be doing master classes. You're going to be shadowing me and seeing how I teach other people. You're going to have a chance to ask questions, you know. We're going to be doing all of those things. Plus, like I said, I'm going to teach you all of the things that you need to know in order to set up a profitable voice studio. And that's crazy. Carmen Hope Thomas, you are the first person to ever give me an opportunity to sing BGBs when I was 16 years old. I don't even know if you remember, but it was a last minute thing where you needed a soprano for Open Up My Heart. And so Horace was like, we got 5 songs. Can you learn these 5 songs tomorrow? And I was like, sure. And then from there, I just kept singing with you. And so that's what I'm saying, Larry. It's very organic, and then from there it was like anything that was really happening in Fort Lauderdale, I was part of it. Oh my God, thank you so much. I did way too many grace notes. Somebody should have told me, like, Delisa, you don't need all them grace notes. I listen back to, you know what? I actually found every few years I find that recording that we record, and I'm just like, somebody could have just been like, Delisa, can you just sing it straight? Everything doesn't have to be. I love that little grace note. You should not let me record it like that. Somebody should have stopped me. Wise and needed. Yes, somebody, a friend of mine, actually, Horace, said to me a few months ago. He's like, Delisa, you're very fortunate. A lot of voice teachers don't. They're not making full time money teaching voice. And he's like, you really are, like, you're really thriving in that area. It was very fun, Carmen. I thank God for that, and I'm just glad that you were happy at the end of it, because I want a do over. Um, and that kind of hurts my heart, because you should be making the kind of money you want. You shouldn't, but I remember feeling like, man, I'm never gonna make more than $800 a month. That's just my plot in life. $800 to $1,200. And I had to really learn how to market. I had to learn, what are the things that I need to be doing consistently to get the kind of results that I want. And so once I got with a business coach, she gave me a 90-day plan, and within that 90 days, I quadrupled my income. My bad. I quadrupled my income within 90 days. And so those are, and now I'm far beyond. So I'm constantly learning and just kind of layering the things that I know that help build the kind of business um, that anybody would want to have. So, yeah, I'm excited about teaching that. The other thing that I'm coming out with finally is my book. I'm very excited about that. I have been wanting to write this book since 2014. It's far beyond. We're well into the six figures. Don't tell the IRS that. We're not ready to discuss that with them yet. But we're we're beyond. Um, but the next thing I want to do is um, this book called How to Fall in Love with Your Voice. And I feel like the Lord has been stopping me from writing this book. Yes. Thank you, Patricia. Um, I feel like the Lord has been stopping me from writing this book because I didn't really want to make it about me, and I didn't want to make it personal, but I felt like the Lord really wants me to make it personal, and He wants me to talk about my journey, you know, um, beyond the voice. Like, it's going to superimpose the voice, and it's going to kind of weave in and out of the things that I've learned about the voice while I'm teaching and while I'm learning about the voice and vocal pedagogy. But it's really how God has taught me how to find my voice as a person, like becoming my authentic, actualized self that is confident in the love that God has for me, and I stand boldly in that. What was the journey to falling in love with that voice? And so I'm very excited about coming out with that book. I'm nervous, of course, because now it's personal. Now I got to talk about myself. But I know that once people know the layers of bondage that I've had to overcome, I think it will put my success even more in perspective and just show the immense, immeasurable love of God. We should romanticize our voices and our journeys, because why not? Because why not? How to Fall in Love with Your Voice. I think it's great. Please write a book so I can read it. It's totally coming. I've already set the date of when it's coming out. The first 6 months of 2022, man, I've known for years. I feel like what I'm doing now is things that I have been wanting to do for years. Like, where I am in my business is what I envisioned for myself back in 2013, 2014. And I just, I was pouring water you know, I was pouring water in a bucket with holes in it back then. And so I wasn't able to really, I didn't have the support that I needed. And in fact, I had sabotage on my side. So I had to rearrange some things. July 4th, my birthday. The book will be released on my birthday. I know that's corny. It's so typical. But I mean, it just makes sense. It's gonna take me that long to do it anyway. So I was like, yeah. Is there an audio version with your beautiful singing voice? What do you mean an audio version with my beautiful singing voice of me reading my book? Y'all be having these ideas, child. And by the way, Jaleesa, I bought your book because I am intrigued by your level of confidence. I love, oh, your mom's birthday. You said my mom's voice. I'm guessing you mean your mom's birthday was July 4th. Um, I totally have your book, Jaleesa. And Sean, I've been meaning to get on your website. I keep saying it. I'm going to do it tonight to get your book because I believe in supporting people. I believe in supporting people, and I do love your confidence. And I think that your tips on confidence are amazing. Cancer gang, yes. Of course, I bought your book. Girl, what are you talking about? I was like, she talking about confidence. Shoot. And you have confidence. Look, I came to Jaleesa's church because I thought it would be nice to meet her in person. Can we talk about how this girl sang for 2 hours straight and I literally just ended up having to go to pick up my kids and they never did preach that day? This girl did a full-fledged concert. I don't know how praise and worship turned into that, but I mean, she just did not miss a beat. This girl is so full of the word. It was just amazing. But I'll come again. Maybe it'll be a regular day the next time I come. Yeah, I got a text. My sister was like, you gonna come get these kids? I was like, all right, I gotta go. You need to hear me sing? Who, Jaleesa? If you're talking about Jaleesa, yeah, you sang for the entire 2 hours. I was like, I should have paid for this. Jaleesa is singing all over her page. And guys, listen, I don't know if you're going to think this is annoying or what, but I am about to go TikTok crazy. All right. Last year I posted one video on TikTok and I would consider it going viral. I never posted anything before and it got 50,000 likes and I got like 2,000 followers and all that stuff. I was like, what the heck is this? So, I'm about to build up my page again. I wish, obviously, I should have capitalized on that back then. I didn't because, I'm old and I don't like change and blah, blah, blah. But I have finally yielded to the TikTok gods and I'm going to be doing TikTok. So I'm going to be doing duets and, a little razzle dazzle voice teacher stuff. So I've been doing duets because duets is kind of the easiest thing to do. And we're gonna start with that. Delisa and Jaleesa. I know. I've never met her, but I feel like she's my little sister because she has my name. Yeah. And I don't have a little sister, so if she'll take me, I'll take her. I'm the baby of the bunch. You see that I'm only 26 and I can't keep up with the trends. It's going, everything just goes so fast. It's like, oh my God, another thing to learn. Oh. All right. But anyway, y'all, I can't believe I have had these nails for so long. It's unreal. I'm a little bit shamed, but they don't look that bad because I got the neutral on the bottom. I'm a little shamed about it though. But anyway, yay, you'll take me. You'll take me. I'm a very good big sister. You overcome self-doubt by just doing it. That's just it. You can't just think your way through it. You have to sing over and over again until you don't really feel much of anything. You just be like, all right, let's do it. That's how you know you're good. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. And I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Bye. Oh, someone asked me one more question. Listen, Instagram is 5% left on my phone, so I'm sorry if it zonks out. I wanted to ask, is it too late to pursue a career as a mainstream artist if you're 24? No, of course not. Of course not. Absolutely not. What? You're 24? No. No, 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 no. Some people don't become mainstream artists until they're much older than that. I mean, maybe. I would just say no. I was. How old is Ed Sheeran? Anyway, that is a good way to. And I don't know if that's shady. I don't know if he's 22, but he looks 37 to me. So the answer is no. How old is Adele? No. How do you overcome? Okay, I already answered that. All right, y'all. Just I'm 31 and it's too late for me. No, it's not. I can't. All right, guys. I'm gonna sign off. I mean, mainstream artists, pop artists. I don't know. I think whoever if you're I feel like this, if you're old enough to be on American Idol, if you're in within the age range to be on American Idol, you're probably within the age range to become a pop artist. Pop artist. There's always exceptions, but. Okay, guys. Bye. Have a good night.